Okay, hello. It's been a little while, and I don't know how I'm really going to start this video, so I guess I'll just start there. It's been a while, and I'm really sorry for those of you who've been worried. I've seen all your comments, and I really appreciate it. Story of my life. Anyways, I really appreciate it. I don't know really how to say what I want to say, or even what to say. I've tried to do a video a number of times in the last few weeks, and so I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed with it. And the day that I can just pop out a video camera and just do it right there on the spot would be lovely, but I'm still not at that point. And the sun's about to go down tonight as well, so I'm gonna have to leave this area. Anyways, I just want to say that I am really sorry, because it seems like some of you are really worried, and I don't mean to do that at all. I don't know how to really do some of this YouTube stuff, because sometimes people are really worried, and I don't know how to really deal with that. Sometimes people speak for me in comments as if they've talked to me and know what's going on in my life, and that's, I don't know how to deal with that. And some people just seem to want me to do things in a very specific way, and I don't really know how to deal with that either. These were things that I didn't expect when I started a channel. Maybe I didn't think that far into people interacting with me. Because as I've told you, I've watched a ton of YouTube, but I've not commented on one video or interacted with the people that I watch. And so, not for any other reason that I just haven't, you know. But I read comments on other videos all the time, so, the relationship between us is something I guess I didn't really expect. And you know, growing up, I never really had people looking out for me, I guess you could say, in a way. I mean, my family is good in the ways that they are, but I was left alone a lot, and you know, you get in this mix, and people just don't know that you're not even there. So I had a friend one time that worried about me when I was missing at a party, and I just went for a walk because I was done with the party and I just wanted to go for a walk. So, but boy, it worried her, and I was not used to that. I've never been used to that. So I'm sorry about that, but you'll have to know that this is kind of how I am right now. Part of the reason why I've just kind of been off is, you know, I told you on one of my last few videos that I labeled it my inner circle, meaning my family and friends from the past, you know, people that have been close to me in the past. And some people supposed that meant my family, that I was off visiting my family or whatever, or that, you know, I had mentioned that there was somebody who needed some help and that was close to me. And I didn't say it was my family. That was just something that I guess people assumed. But I did tell you that kind of stuff I am going to keep very private, and I'm not going to share that stuff with you, because doing a YouTube channel, there's a lot of people that, quite frankly, do some strange things, you know, online, and I am putting myself out there in a very transparent way, and I will share a ton of my life with you, but that's not to bring anybody else into it. So all I am gonna say is just that I was helping somebody that very close to me, and they're in a bad spot, and it affected me a lot, and I wasn't expecting it. It just, I wasn't really expecting it, not right now. So so I was there for a while, and then that kind of got into my emotions, and then for the last few weeks, since the holidays are hard for me. So they've been hard for me for the last 10 years, and really how I deal with them is I just pretend they're not even happening, and I try to get all of my food at the beginning of December so I don't have to go through all these stores and see all the Christmas trees and the lights, and even have to leave my little hole. So quite frankly, being where I am mentally and emotionally and physically, and I'm trying to make this channel into something, and the 7 paths to peace, I'm trying to move towards that. In my head, it was going to take a shorter amount of time, but I did also know it was going to take a while. There again, I didn't expect that other people would feel like they had a time frame for me. And for all of you empaths out there that just really empathic people and very kind and charitable people, I know it's hard for you guys to watch me and not be able to do anything about it or save me from the situation. But while I didn't expect this channel to just be a vlog in the beginning, it's what it's turned into. It's all I can do right now. And so you're gonna have to kind of hold on to your seatbelts, those of you who are really empathic and don't like to watch hardship or whatever, because that's what it is. And like I said, I've tried to do this video a few times, but keeping those of you who are like that in my mind, and those of you who want to just have me do it the way that you think it should be done, as if you know all of the things that I've tried to do already. I guess I just don't like to disappoint people, and so I've taken some of those feelings on myself as well. And that's just added to a little bit to the situation that I'm in, and I am trying to go towards that 7 paths to peace, but it's going to take longer than I had hoped, and I'm not at the spot that I had hoped I would be right now, especially with the new year. I wanted to bring in the new year, because that's how I am, and I wanted to be fresh, and so. But right now I'm dealing with basically like 10 years of not dealing with my life, and I'm having to deal with some of that now. I'm having to deal with the implosion of my finances, and I'm having to deal with some debts and how I'm going to get out of that, and trying to move past some things so that I can go forward with this, and just trying to organize some things so that I can move forward with this plan in my mind. But being where I'm at right now, again, physically, emotionally, and everything, it brings me back to a really depressive spot in my life. Being where I'm at, it just wreaks havoc on my emotions and my self-worth and my abilities and my lack thereof. It's just hard because I have tried to do a video a number of times in the last few weeks, but I'm in a hole. So I went and spent some time helping and being with this individual, and it was very hard for me. And then even when I left, I knew in order for me to get to these 7 paths of peace, I haven't dealt with my life for like over 10 years. So I'm having to like confront a lot of things that it's very hard, and I'm back in a place, both physically and also then emotionally and mentally, where I'm having to confront all of this, all of those paths, basically my spiritual level, my emotional and mental level, my finances, or the lack thereof, and having to confront the choices that I've made that have led me here. And it's very hard for me to not go back in the hole, you know, to not just give up, and I don't know, it's very hard for me to tell you, because that's the thing. I've tried to do a few videos in the last few weeks because I saw your notifications, I saw your comments, and I knew I was worrying some of you, and I wanted to reply. But it's very hard for me to do a video when I'm so low. Even though I want people to, I mean, that is part of what I want to expose, because I'm not the only person who deals with depression. I'm not the only person who deals with, you know, thoughts of giving up and just letting it all go, you know. I'm not the only person who deals with homelessness or you know, everything. So, but it's just hard to videotape it, and even though I want you to see the raw truth, but I also want to hide from it. And in order for me to go forward, I have to, it's like I've tried to figure every way around the wall, and I've tried to dig under the wall, I've tried to get over the wall, and really, I have to go through the wall. And going through it is really hard, even if you have support. And I have a little bit of support, but I'm alone, you know. And so while I want to share it with you and be raw, I also still don't feel like just pulling out my camera where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. So it's just hard to film yourself when you're like that. Believe me, I've tried for, like I said, I was going to start this, well, really I thought of doing YouTube in 2012, but then, you know, 2016, 2017, then it really started working on me, and I did my first video not too far from here in 2018, but I never started. I never posted it, and I've tried to pull out the camera while I'm going through stuff and having breakdowns, and so I know I'm holding back even right now because I'm just trying to keep myself together, because if I let myself get to a certain level, I'll lose it, and you know, I don't feel like I have much more energy to not get fully piled on by this hole that I'm in. So I have to keep my neck above ground, you know, and I'm scraping and clawing to not fall fully in. And I have to go through all of this stuff to get my life back in order and to deal with this stuff. And I know it's going to take a long time, but the beginning is kind of the hardest part. And like I said, well, this is a wall. I can't go over it. I can't go under it. I can't go around it. So I have to, you know, like dig through something like this, you know, and you know, and then for those of you who are watching who are like ultra empathetic, and I know it's hard for you, and at the same time, when you want to save me out of the situation, and I know you really can't, then it makes me feel more pressure too, because I don't know how to explain that, but you know, so hold on to your seatbelts for those of you who are, because the thing is it's the emotional, it's the financial, it's the mental, it's the spiritual, it's the social, the lack thereof, because right now I'm so isolated and so alone, and yeah, and then the physical on top of it. You know, I have all this that I'm trying to deal with, and then, you know, just in the last 12 hours, I already have a broken tooth that I've had for 6 months. Well, no, sorry, a year and 6 months that I need to deal with. And then in the last 12 hours, I broke another tooth. I had a urinary tract infection, which I get quite a lot. I also deal with colitis, which is really hard to deal with when you're living like I am living. And then I sliced my finger open. It wouldn't stop bleeding for like 3 hours. I went through like 5 of these gauze. So and then I have acid reflux. I have GERD sometimes, so it burns my esophagus. So but you that are empathetic and everything, I know that, like, and I know you all seem to think maybe the answers are so easy, but they're not, and sometimes they take time, and I am working on it the best that I can in the way that I can. But anyways, the sun is going down. That's it for today. I did do a video on New Year's Eve. I'm gonna post that next. That'll be my next video. And then after that, I did some other videos, you know, previous to Christmas and stuff like that. So I'm gonna edit those and post those, and then in between that, maybe I'll come in and talk about some other stuff. So, but it's gonna be jumbled for a while, or maybe it's not, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we'll talk to you later. Thank you again, and really thank you so much for your kind words and for caring and for being here, for sticking through it. I'll try to do better, but if I don't post for a little while, try not to worry. I'm just trying to figure out my way through it. So talk to you later.